What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. I figured I'd give you guys the empty chair first, about 30 seconds there, just to throw you off, just to keep you on edge. I'm a man of mystery. I'll tell you that much. I'm a man of mystery. I told you guys 10:45. I show up at 11, and you guys are complaining in the chat, and I say I'm coming. But to be honest, what I do is when I set up the stream, I just click through it so fast, it just automatically schedules like the closest time to it. And then I just forget to change it after I set the stream up. So that's why I'm always like 15 minutes afterwards. I'm going to try to get better at that. Fixing that, so you guys aren't wondering what's going on. Usually that's the case. You know, I hurry up, click through it, set up the stream real quick. Click all the way through, forget to change the time. It's just default at the closest time. If it's like 10:45, it'll be like 10:50, whatever it may be. And then I'm like, oh, I got enough time. I'll just run and grab some waters. I don't change the time. And next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock. Next thing you know, shit changes. So I hope you guys are well. Let's put this on tonight. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. I haven't been putting out like a ridiculous amount of content or anything this week. I've been kind of chilling a little bit. Let's see. Last video I did was yesterday. Dana White trashes Merab Dvalishvili to protect Sean O'Malley. Full card predictions. I'm thinking about doing a video. I'm debating about what I want to do about my love and hate of UFC 293. Which it may end up getting scrapped for this one. Because I already made a video talking about how much I hate it. Which actually did quite well. Surprisingly enough, 6,000 views. But I'm debating whether or not I want to try to conjure up the answers to love. I don't love anything about the card. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as that. I might just scrap it. Scrap it all together. Is what I'm debating about. But I hate it because I've been doing it for every pay-per-view, so I feel like I have to come up with something, you know? Anywho, throw your questions in the chat. I want you to spam questions nonstop. Not spam, but you get the point. Did anyone see the article I posted in Discord? It was, one of the fighters saying Conor basically never showed up. I called that from the very beginning. So if that makes sense. I told you guys from the beginning Conor was never going to show up. What is up, 603? What's up, John? Thoughts on Pantoja Royval? Is that official? Or Royval kind of leaked it? I think I saw that. I love that fight. I think that's a great fight. I might even pick Royval on that one. That's a great flyweight matchup. It's an incredible fight. Royval's probably might be my favorite flyweight. He's so scrappy. What's up, Andy? Even though I like Volk, I hope Ilya wins, so they do champ O'Malley Ilya. It's not going to happen right away. Anyway. Yeah, no wonder Team McGregor almost got swept. Yeah, that explains it all. Who do you think wins in their prime, GSP or Colby? GSP easy. He would outstrike him badly. I haven't seen much of Rose's opponent on Saturday, but I know she's good. I just think Rose, when she owned her game, is an elite fighter. 2 wins over Whaley. Very hard to pick against her. Yeah, but she's not that good up a weight class. Manon Fior is going to be way bigger than her. So, fire Dana White. Yes, Dana White's a clown. He's becoming more and more clownish. I'm waiting for the UFC just to get rid of him. I think they secretly want to behind the scenes, but they don't want him. He won't go quietly. Dana will go kicking and screaming. So I just threw it in the title because Dana's just become increasingly more unhinged, erratic. And I'm ready to see him gone. He just fabricates narratives. I still want to do a video that says like basically something about Francis Ngannou, all the false narratives about Francis Ngannou, and just go through all of them for like 15 minutes in a video. Joey, do you think Topuria beats Arnold Allen? I've been very high on Topuria for a while, and I'll say yes. He beats Arnold Allen, but it'd be close. My question is, who actually believes anything different from Conor? That is true, but people did, dude. Look how many times people have fallen for fake fight announcements. I mean, every time he's going to be saying, I'm fighting in UFC 300, and everyone's going to be like, oh, he's fighting 300, and who knows if that actually happens. People just gobble that shit up and like, oh, breaking news, they announced they're going to fight at the end of TUF. Charles made a veiled reference to Chael as a hater, an analyst who is constantly saying crap. This was in Weasel's video. What do you mean? Explain what you mean. All Dana does is say he doesn't know shit and massive ego outburst saying, oh, no one fucking break into my house. Dude, I think Dana has a bit of a god complex, to be quite honest. Dana's credibility took a big hit this year. Dude, if you've been watching this sport for long enough, you know how much of a liar Dana is. And I understand part of it comes with the job, but yeah. You're sick of Dana White? Yeah. Don't fire Dana. I have to him more some clown who will replace him. Yeah, I guess it's about the devil you know versus the devil you don't know, right? What if we get someone worse? I think they're already priming Hunter Campbell for that position. I think when I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I don't know when it'll be. Might be this year, might be next year, might be 10 years from now. Dana will go out kicking and screaming unless they give him the right off ramp. Like he's got to say, "Oh, I don't want to." He's got to make it like it's his decision. Otherwise, he will go kicking and screaming like an absolute baby. Will you be purchasing Francis Tyson pay-per-view and will you be doing live reactions? Yes. I usually wouldn't. I absolutely hate boxing versus MMA. But I feel like I have to do it. It's my duty on behalf of the MMA community. Charles explained that Islam got into his head and used it as a veiled shot at Chael. You can find the comment in the video on MMA YouTuber The Weasel. Use it as a veiled shot at Chael. I don't know. I don't care about Chael, to be honest. Why do so many people completely show for UFC and Dana White? I don't know. If you didn't tell me anymore, hold on, wait. Let me think of how I want to phrase this. If I didn't know any better, and that Dana's such a cheap ass, I would think Dana's paying off some of these fans. They act like they're paid by him. Even some MMA media members are just intimidated by him and scared of him. But even MMA Twitter personalities, MMA YouTubers, they just shill for the UFC. And I'm not, people think I'm anti-UFC somehow. I love the UFC, okay? I wouldn't have this channel without the UFC. But it's crazy to me their unwavering allegiance to somebody who doesn't even pay them. Yeah, Chael's a bitch. I remember when he was saying McGregor versus Poirier needs to be for the title and not Charles Oliveira isn't getting it. There's a video from early 2021. The way the reporters dance around questions has been pissing me off for years. I know, dude. I know. Has anyone even asked him about Francis yet? No. Pussies. It's crazy how the UFC wasted Michael Chandler time. He could have had a fight by now. I know. Chael thinks UFC is WWE. What do you think of the PFL now having that Saudi money? Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me one day if Saudi buys UFC one day. Joey, how much were the pay-per-views when you started watching? I think it was $55 for HD. I think it was $55 for HD. If I'm not mistaken. It might have been $59.95 for HD. I'm not 100% certain. Up until the ESPN deal, I used to buy it on PlayStation Plus or the PlayStation Store for $50. They used to run a discount. You could buy it on PlayStation for $50 up until ESPN Plus came in, which is annoying. Yeah, John Morgan's a UFC show, and people dick ride him like he's some prestigious MMA media member. He does nothing. He does literal nothing. I mean, I don't mind him. I don't hate him. I understand he has a job to do, but it's like people act like he does something special. Dude, seriously. You just dick ride the UFC all day long. I mean, imagine doing that. What kind of? I mean, I guess people do it all the time. I can't stomach that type of shit. I couldn't imagine. Just and the UFC ain't even paying him. The UFC ain't even paying him. What rounds did Holloway win against Poirier? I do not remember. I'll say 3 and 5. I don't remember him winning any. I thought he won one round, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll just say 5. I'll say 5. I don't remember. I'll say 5. Only 5. Why does he always get the first question? Apparently he was always the first one there. So he was always the first one there. So basically they just by default started giving him the mic right away. So they didn't have to wait. They did not have to wait. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's this. I saw it answered somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but I saw it somewhere that he just always gets there first or something. Dude is a joke, John Morgan. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't dislike him, but I don't hate him. I don't love him. John Morgan and Colby Covington beef was epic. I don't really think so. Hope you're having a good night. Do you think he's as bad as Joe Rogan? Who? John Morgan? Are you and James Lynch cool, or are you all beefing? If I see James Lynch on the street, I'm beating his ass badly. We're beefing big time. Sometimes Ariel's such a G who keeps it real. Other times he's two-faced. Yeah, Ariel's a clown. Ariel's really a clown. And it's really, 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 really annoying. The Ali shill is what got me. What are you talking about? Morgan? Colby versus Morgan beef was stupid. Colby's a degenerate. I don't even care about Colby. UFC should ban the questions about the city because you're there like 5 questions in the... Dude, it's so annoying. How you like the city? You having fun? Have you ever trained any martial arts? Yeah, I'm a former UFC heavyweight champion. So... Hey, you might think Morgan is a clown, but he has $5 million in the bank. But don't believe me? Look it up. Well, then it sounds like you're a fucking clown. Having money in the bank doesn't mean you're not a clown, dude. But either way, we're not here to hate on John Morgan. I don't hate John Morgan. I just think he's a bit of a shill. So, stop making it out to be like I'm attacking John Morgan or something. John Morgan doesn't bother me one. He seems like a hard worker, and he loves the sport, so we got to respect him for that at least. Clown. Dude really came in and said, you and James beefing? Yeah, we're beefing big time. Morgan is totally a show, but Colby was just mean. I don't even remember what was said. Speaking of press conference, why does Dana always get so many questions get as many questions as the fighters? It's so annoying. Because people want to hear what Dana has to say. Who wins in a rematch, Brad Katona or Bryce Mitchell? Probably, I'm going to say Brad Katona. I will say Brad Katona wins. That's what I'm going to go with. But I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest, anymore. All I know is dude dodged a bullet. I think Bryce would have got wrecked. Badly by Movsar Evloev. Morgan loves the sport so much he commentates bikini MMA. Fair enough. Former heavyweight champ, did you lose your belt to Stipe? No, I vacated. I decided I was going to answer phones at the fire department for the rest of my life. I didn't say you attacked John. I said some dude who's a clown, but he worked hard and seems like a chill dude. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Because you deride a company does literally make you a bad journalist. It does. I don't watch the press conference, so I vaguely remember the push-up thing. Yeah, I don't know. If you watch this sport for a while, you can guarantee anyone who writes Dana's answers to the questions he always gets. He literally is the same clown for years. Yeah. Dude's been lying for so many years, it comes off natural. Someone had the audacity to defend Dana by telling me he doesn't have the time to go one-on-one conversation with Merab about the situation. There is no situation, though. He said he wants to fight for the title next. That's it. The media is idiotic. But yeah, I mean, he should at least double check, but he's probably not going to. Is Brett Okamoto the best MMA media member? Is that a serious question? Is that a really serious question? But a Quinta, why not just make one really good proof? I don't get what you mean. Sup, Joey? What's up, Maza? What's going on, Maza? Yeah, I noticed that too. Dana's very smooth at rolling off the obvious lines. Yeah, and the media doesn't question him. They could be like, do you think, for example, could Merab get the next title shot? He goes into a diatribe that he hates that Merab is friends with somebody who's not a champion. Made no sense. And the fans eat that shit up. The fans are brain dead. Have you ever already said your prediction on Costa versus Chimaev? Let us know. I'm going Khamzat Chimaev. I'm going to say submission. Khamzat rear naked choke submission. I don't know though yet. What did I miss? You didn't miss nothing, Blaze. You didn't miss nothing, my friend. Merab should go all Colby Covington to get a title shot. Dude, he's not advocating for Aljo to get a rematch, dude. He said if Aljo's not getting the rematch, I'm next in line. Everything he said, literally he could have said if he wasn't even friends with Aljo. K, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate the donation, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you again, K, for the $2.99 super sticker. I appreciate you, man. Some last final donations for the month of August. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the support for independent MMA media. Thank you, Kay, for supporting independent MMA media. Joe, people have a hard time understanding words. That is true. People ask Leon and Colby, and all he says is, I don't know. How do you not know? He definitely knows. But at the end of the day, they can only follow up so many times. You know, they should say, can we expect that? Is that the fight that's going to happen next? Is it in the works? Do we know? Is it happening by the end of the year? Just keep pressing. But thank you again, Kay, for the $1.99 and $2.99 super sticker. Thank you for the donation. Should Stipe be cut after the Jones fight? Yes. If he loses, yes. What fight you most looking forward to in September? I don't know, bro. They're all dog shit. They're all dog shit. Fazeev Gamrot. Boom. Fazeev Gamrot. Merab said he would wait if the UFC gave Aljo a shot, or would be ready if Aljo wasn't. Exactly. People are overblowing how bad Stipe is. You don't know how bad he is because he hasn't fought in 3 years, dude. He hasn't fought in 3 years. What fight are you looking? Okay, ready to answer that. At least Colby gets a title shot because you owe him for $286. And why is Stipe getting one? I don't know. Stipe was impersonating a lawn chair in his last fight. Joey, what's your favorite dish of all time? I like ceramic dish. I like ceramic dishes. Costa was never controlled on the ground. Amazing strength to get off the bottom position. Well, we never seen him really get taken down and controlled. So who's ever really shot takedowns on him and taken him down? He's never really. When's he ever fought an extreme wrestler who actually was attempting to impose it on him? The media wasn't even smart enough to ask what the main events are for October 7th and 14th. That's crazy. I'm thinking Cruz. All right, it seemed like it cut out for a second. I'm thinking it's going to be Cruz and Figgy will be one of them. Impersonating a lawn chair. Damn, he was, dude. Dude got folded. Dude got folded like a lawn chair. You going to be on James' chat later? Yeah, at some point. Probably. Khamzat would eat Izzy for breakfast. I don't believe that, but I would love for them to make that fight. I think Lewis versus Rosenstrike and maybe Cruz versus Figgy. Cruz versus Figgy should be a main event, I think. I think it will be a main event. He basically lifted Romero and Rockhold with his back on the ground, and he gets up immediately. Now, he got controlled a bit. He got controlled a bit by Rockhold. And Romero never really tried to grapple too much. I don't know what's going on there. No one. That's why I didn't even try to answer. I don't know what's going on. Cruz versus Figgy, Rockage versus Krylov are my best guesses. Yeah, I wonder what's an update on Rockage. Where's Rockage at currently? Do you think Cheeto versus O'Malley 2 makes sense? No, it does not make sense, and it should not happen. It's a clown show and a half. Bro, I'll catch you in the Discord. Fair enough. Is he a skinny striker while Khamzat is a great wrestler with hands? How does Izzy win? By stuffing Khamzat's takedowns and being the better striker. That's how he wins. I think Rockage is fine, but Krylov is taking a break. Krylov could be UFC light heavyweight champion, to be honest. One time you told me you thought Rockage is the best 205er alive right now. Yeah, I think it's still big. He's just injured. What are your thoughts about the Dana had to say about... What the fuck? What are your thoughts about what Dana had to say about Merab? Do you think it's a big deal if friends fight? It doesn't make any sense because they don't need to fight. Aljo's not the champion. So it made no sense, Vince. I have an entire video on it. Merab never held up the division. Merab never turned down a title shot. And Merab says he's ready to fight O'Malley ASAP. So... that's it. That's the end of the story. I made an entire dedicated video on it. Playing clips. Not only do I say something, I back it up with clips. So, I know exactly. I missed the video. I'll check it out. Yeah, check it out. It's called Dana White Trashes Merab Dvalishvili to Protect Sean O'Malley. All the evidence. People were commenting shit that I literally already debunk in the clips in the video. It's crazy. It should be Merab, O'Malley, not Vera, not Cejudo, not even Aljo. I agree. I think what O'Malley should do is come out and say, if I was O'Malley, just to fuck with him, I would come out and say, look, I'm either fighting Aljamain Sterling or Merab Dvalishvili next. And it's my call. I'm making the call. But I'm going to leave it up to you two. You two decide who's getting the next title shot. Just to really fuck with him. That's what I would do if I was O'Malley. But yeah, I think the O'Malley-Vera 2 fight is stupid. And I love Vera. Vera's probably my second favorite bantamweight. Krylov's best win is Superman Span. Chill it out. Dude, but Krylov is having a career resurgence right now. If they want Merab and Aljo gone, allowing knees and kicks to the ground, they'd probably be more dominant with that, to be honest. Not Aljo, maybe. Not Aljo, but Merab would probably be more dominant with it. Mad dudes trying to sprawl him, getting kneed. People don't realize knees and kicks to the ground of the opponent would benefit wrestlers. Like Islam would start brutally KOing people with knees. It would happen time and time again. Izzy got taken down by Whitaker. Okay. How long did he get held down for? And how long ago was that? Jan will be bantamweight champ again before too long. I hope so. O'Malley and Vera probably won't happen. Would be surprising if O'Malley waits for Sandhagen after the injury. I noticed no mods in here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're watching but not participating. But cool observation, buddy. Buddy boy. I want to see Jan get a win and then rebook. Or not rebook, but book O'Malley versus Jan too. That was a year ago, and Whitaker to his back. How long was he there for? And do you have an inability to count months? It was February of 2022. It is now September of 2023. Okay, so if you can't do the math on that, I will help you. It's a year and 7 months, so it is 19 months later. Okay, when that happened, my channel was less than a year old. So imagine striking an O'Malley Sandhagen. I think Sandhagen would just take him down too. Because Sandhagen's a dual threat. He can use the striking to actually set up the takedowns. Bantamweight has so many killers that it does. If it's up to me, just book O'Malley versus Umar. Just throw as a wild card. Sorry, I don't say a year and 7 months and just a year like a normal guy. Well, then if you're rounding down, you might as well round up and say it's 2 years then. It's more than a year and a half, so just call it 2 years. Why would you round down and say it's been a year? Okay? You might as well round up and say it's been 2 years. It's going to be Vera O'Malley too. If you don't know, now you know. Yeah. Bro said, I don't say a year and 7 months. I say a year like normal people. Well, like a normal guy, I guess then a normal guy who lies and misrepresents the truth. Wonderboy versus Edwards, how do you see it going? Edwards beating the piss out of him, mixing in the grappling and beating him up on the feet. At first I was thinking Rose gets smashed, but now I'm pretty confident Rose wins. Like, we don't know how small she's going to be in the cage, and I think she's a better, more experienced fighter than Fior. Yeah, who hasn't fought in a year and a half and is mentally not there. And is married to Pat Barry. Let's say 2 years. How much better can Izzy's get against a lifelong wrestler? Significantly. And he was already good. Getting taken down once 2 years ago doesn't mean he's going to get mauled by Khamzat. That's the fight. If we don't see that fight, that's going to be very disappointing. I'd rather that than the Strickland fight. I'd rather that than the Strickland fight any day of the week. What do Pavlovich, Marab, Bilal, and Dricus all have in common? They should be getting the title shots, but they're not. I've seen people who seriously think Wonderboy beats Edwards. His fans are so weird. Wonderboy, the only belt Wonderboy should be fighting for is the PMF. The only belt he should be fighting for is the PMF. Dude is a PMF. Would you rather see Dricus Duplessis versus Izzy or Khamzat versus Izzy? I'd definitely go Khamzat Izzy. But for the sake of meritocracy, Izzy versus DDP. But in terms of which one I would love to see the most, Khamzat Izzy. But if I was making it, it would be Izzy DDP if I was making it right this second. So are you seriously saying you would pick Khamzat over Izzy? No, I'd pick Izzy over Khamzat. Joe, who do you think really deserves the bantamweight title shot? Marab Dvalishvili. Costa beats Khamzat. Okay. We'll see. O'Malley versus Wonderboy for the PMF? Yeah, sure. Why don't we just throw Nick Diaz in there? I'm surprised Wonderboy ain't calling out Nick Diaz. He's a hair away from calling out Nick Diaz. I think. Dude, Khamzat's never even beat a quality middleweight in his entire career, and you're picking him over Izzy. I just can't do it. Cut Wonderboy, yeah. Cut Wonderboy. Cut Wonderboy. Cut the PMF. Send the PMF to PFL. I agree, Andy. I agree. That's an astute observation. That's a very astute observation. Cut him. Boers versus Costa is going to be fire. That's the biggest fight of the rest of the year. Renat is the future. I think UFC is probably offering Wonderboy Renat Fakhretdinov. I mean, Costa did call out Nick Diaz. Well, he's an embarrassment then. He's an embarrassment. So, Wonderboy, who do you want for your next fight? I heard Tito Ortiz calling your name. Yeah. I enjoy your content, Joey. Most MMA YouTubers annoy me. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Wonderboy beat Holland. You guys are casual. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? I picked Wonderboy to beat Holland. Buddy. Okay, would you pick Khamzat over Izzy if he subbed Costa in the first round? I don't know. I would have to see it first. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, Fior hasn't fought since October herself. And you don't know for a fact Rose still isn't mentally there. I'm not saying Manon can't smash her. Dude, Manon's just going to outstrike her to a decision. Did you ever see Gladiator intros live on pay-per-view? Yes. Yes. They were quite prevalent. Wonderboy's 40. He should take as many fights as he can get. Yeah, fight for the PMF. Is there anyone who could stop Merab? O'Malley's the only chance. I think maybe Piotr Jan could make some improvements and maybe do it, but I think O'Malley in his movement and his striking backing up could get it done. But I'd probably pick Merab. I don't know though. I have not decided yet. Wonder what we call it Ric Flair, but he's afraid of his wrestling. Yeah, 100%. He's like, nah, he wrestled in elementary school. Yeet. He wrestled in here. He wrestled there. Nope. 90% of Wonderboy fans are just karate guys who feel validated by his style. Basically, dude, look at the people who were obsessed with Ryan Hall because he's a BJJ guy. It was the best UFC promotions when they did the Gladiator shit. I liked it. I miss Face to Pain. I never thought I'd say that. I miss Face to Pain. Ian Gary versus Renat Fakhretdinov. Who do you got? I'll take Ian Gary at this point. You think you can get 15K subscribers by the end of the year? I hope so. That's the goal, at least. But we'll see. You never know. There's peaks and valleys. So there's months where I've gained 1,000 a month, and there's months like this past month where I've gained like 300-400. So it all depends. So you got 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, if I can get 1,000 a month, we'll see. I don't know. You never know. There's peaks and valleys always. You know, you can have a massive burst. You can have a massive burst, and then it's just coming everywhere, left and right, nothing but subscribers. And then you can have a slowdown. So we shall see. I'm just going to keep trucking along regardless. I'd love to hit 20K. That was the original goal, 20K by the end of the year. But that's a lofty goal. That's 9K in 4 months. But you never know. You can have a video blow up and boom, there's 3,000 subs right there. I hated Ryan Hall from the jump, and I always thought he was an absolute embarrassment. You're right on that take. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Butt scooters and MMA. I don't know why, but I'm looking at the UFC last 7 years. It seemed like all the pay-per-views were big fights. Now it's like 5 big fights per year. Yeah, dude, it definitely has gone down a little bit. Do you think Uriah Hall had a killer mentality? He'd be champion? No. I think he was always overblown. Yeah, so I don't think Uriah had it in him in terms of the defensive wrestling. I mean, he got out-grappled by Gegard Mousasi twice. So I don't think he had it in him. Would you support a fighter from Baltimore assuming he's not problematic based on his hometown alone? There's a Baltimore fighter fighting this Tuesday on Dana White's Contender Series. Sure. Why fire Dana White? Because he needs to be fired. Worst pay-per-view main card of all time? Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson was horrific, I think. Cody Garbrandt was never all that. He just had the right style to beat Cruz, maybe. He knocked the dude out from guard. I agree. Please fire Dana White. There you go. We're all on the same page. Amanda Nunes, Irene Aldana. Which was Dan Henderson? I think it was UFC 161. Yeah, UFC 161 was garbage. Let me read you this card. And these were not good fighters at the time. There's only one good fighter on here. Pat Barry versus Sean Jordan. Alexis Davis versus Rossi Sexton. Ryan Jimmo, RIP, versus Igor Poracha. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Roy Nelson versus Stipe Miocic. So Stipe's a good fighter. And then the main event was Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson. UFC 161 was garbage. Absolute garbage. What do you think will be next for the heavyweight champ after John Jones retires? I think they'll do Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall for the vacant belt. Who would replace Dana White? It'll be Hunter Campbell, the guy that's always following him around now. TJ's a shit stain for ruining Cody while sticking needles in his ass. Yeah. Dude's just sticking needles up his ass and ruining people's careers. He ruined Renan Barão too. Yeah. There's no way the Toronto card in January will be worse than the Vancouver card, right? You never know. I think they might do Aspinall Pavlovich at 296 if Jones retires. I doubt it. I think 296 is going to be Pereira versus Yeti and or Volk versus Topuria. I'd rather buy from L.I. Quinta. Chael Sonnen's a con man. He's a con man, a grifter, and many, many other things. Dana and these UFC executives know how to run a business, obviously, but shit all over honor of martial arts. Hopefully one takes over the game. I mean, I wouldn't trust Chatri either, dude. Chatri is a lie and scam artist, too. Kind of comes with the territory. A lot of these guys are con men. Hunter Campbell does the actual work. Hunter's like chief of staff. Dana's like your elected official. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Dana doesn't have as much power as he lets on, but they just let him act like he does. And go out there and talk. Who do you think lose their job this week? Hopefully Cyril Gane. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't know. Chael Sonnen was juiced up. In his defense, he was fighting a lot of other juice fighters as well. But yeah, I know what you mean. Dude's the worst cheater ever. Ever. So. Chatri's way worse than Dana. You could literally feel weaselness emulating off him in the post-fight press conference. Yeah, they're very similar. Pena versus Raquel. Ew. Should at least report himself to NSAC to get an exemption. Dude, a lot of people were getting exemptions. But once that went away, Chael was out there juicing up. Chael admits to it. I remember when the UFC cut him, everyone was shocked. But I think he said, look, I'm never getting off the juice, so can you just cut me? And they had a good relationship with Chael. Like, Chael should be one of the biggest embarrassments of the UFC, but people act like he's good. Like, his last fight, he got dominated by Rashad Evans. That's crazy. Chael has not been in the UFC for over 10 years. His last win was on August 17th, 2013. In the UFC. His last one in the UFC. Let me correct that. Dude went to Bellator, lost to Tito Ortiz. Beat Vanderlei. Which is crazy. That was 6 years ago. He beat Vanderlei. Beat an out-of-shape Quentin Rampage. Lost to Fedor, which is the biggest embarrassment. And lost to Lyoto. Dude never even did that good in the UFC. Like, look at Chael's career in the UFC. It's garbage. Won 3 fights, got a title shot. Won 2 fights, got a title shot. Lost. Like, what's his overall UFC record? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fights in the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold on. Make sure I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 fights in the UFC. I counted something wrong. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is crazy. So he's 6-5 in the UFC. Like, when was his statement win? Dude never even had any good wins. He just talked. He's not even good. Dude, he lost that fight to Michael Bisping, by the way. That was a brutal line robbery. And a lot of people thought that was rigged because they wanted to see the Anderson Silva rematch. To get the first title shot, decision. Loses to Anderson Silva. Wins via arm triangle. Decision that he got a robbery win. Got finished by Anderson. Finished by John Jones. Got a finish against Mauricio Shogun Rua. So hold on. He's got one finish in all the UFC? No, he got 2. 1, 2. He got 2 finishes in the UFC. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Dude's got a garbage resume. Absolute garbage resume. And I seen most of it. I came in right around the time he... No, I saw him fight Anderson Silva. Was the first time I saw him fight. 13 years ago is when I became a hardcore fan. August 7th, 2010. Sonnen beat the brakes off of Anderson Silva only to lose in the 5th round. You know that keeps him awake at night, right? You know that keeps him awake at night. He is heated about that, boys. He is heated about that. Lyoto was so overrated. That he was. I actually picked Lyoto to beat John Jones back in the day. The dead body of Tito Ortiz mauled him too in Bellator, I know. No, Chael ran away, dude. No, that was Vanderlei that ran away. No, Chael just tested positive, dude. Chael just straight up got caught. It proves Mike's skill outweighs a fighter resume. Yeah, Chael isn't even good. Name one quality win. I'm looking at his resume. There's not one real quality win. His best win on paper is against Michael Bisping, and he lost that fight. He was winning that before he got caught by Silva. I know. Chael always says submissions only work when a fighter gets dominated, is looking for a way out, but gets tapped against Anderson Silva after. Yeah, that he did. Chael did not get caught. He reported himself for TRT. No, he got caught, dude. He got caught. He went on air after the fact, and he failed 2 drug tests. He failed dude, what you fell for, and I remember this quite vividly. He went on air right after he got caught and went out and said like this and that, and he spun the narrative. So you look at him, the Ultimate Fighter Brazilian failed drug test. Was expected to fight July 5th he was expected to take place July 5th, 2014. Dana White later stated that the fight had to be rescheduled because Silva injured his hand from a brawl with Sonnen that took place in the filming of the show. Silva was ultimately pulled from the fight entirely after he failed to submit an application to fight in the state of Nevada after his refusal to undergo a random drug test and was replaced by Vitor Belfort. However, Sonnen subsequently failed his random drug test and was removed from the bout. First one. Urinalysis conducted after his loss to Anderson Silva showed Sonnen, he got caught by the commission, showed Sonnen had an unallowable high testosterone epitestosterone ratio of 16:9:1 at the time of the fight. An average man has a TE of 1:1, and testing bodies may allow for a ratio as high as 4:1 for athletes undergoing TRT treatment. In other words, Sonnen's TE ratio was 17 times higher than a normal man, over 4 times the allowable maximum for an athlete. So both times, one time he got caught with urinalysis, the other time he got caught in illegal drug tests. So you forget because Chael went out and said that. Chael tried to set the narrative. When he got caught for the Vitor or for the Vanderlei Silva one, he said, me and my wife were trying to get pregnant and I was prescribed these drugs. I wish I could find the clips. He said, I was prescribed these drugs that I was, me and my wife were trying to conceive. I was prescribed these by a fertility doctor. I had no idea these were illegal. So, dude, I have a court date over that bass I sent you the pic of the other day. What do you mean? What happened, dude? What did you do? You got in trouble? That's crazy. But yeah, so you're mistaken, dude. Chael was lying on air, on the UFC's air, a lot of it. Who remembers that? Does anyone remember that? The park ranger showed up and said we couldn't fish there and gave us tickets. That's crazy. Joe, have you ever been to NYC? Yes. Thoughts on Karate Combat League? Unfamiliar. That sucks for you, Billy. Shouldn't be fishing in no trespassing areas. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you, Billy. Breaking the law, man. I'm embarrassed of you. I'm thinking about putting you in a timeout. I'm thinking about putting you in a timeout, Billy, for just breaking DNR's rules. I never knew Chael's UFC career was that bad. Yeah, people act like it's good. People act like his career was good. His career was never good. Yeah, Billy's fishing in unsanctioned areas. Is Baltimore the best city in the world? Yeah, it's super safe, super clean. There's literally no crime. I would highly recommend going shopping on North Avenue. Billy needs to watch Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer, stop self-snitching. I'd have been like, I'm not fishing. I don't even got any hooks. The irony of Chael being the first person to interview TJ after he popped. I was like, I don't believe a word he's saying. I didn't even know that. Joey, do you hunt or fish? I fish. That's crazy. Dude's got to go to court for fishing. Dude's got to go to court for fishing. What about Chael's win against Shogun? Shogun was almost a dead body at that point. Shogun was almost a dead body. Now, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but Billy, we are very disappointed in you. Yeah, everybody shame Billy in the chat, please. How much is the ticket? Can you just pay the ticket? How much is it? Battle of Daniels, November. Daniel Santos is going to destroy Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos is a literal bum, dude. I can't wait for the Willy Cat to destroy him. Daniel Marcos looked like dog shit in his last fight. I remember I put him in a cuts video because he looked so bad. You don't know how much the ticket cost? They don't tell you on the ticket? That's crazy. That is crazy. Shogun was 31. I don't care how old Shogun was at the time. I watched the sport at the time, and he was literally a dead body. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, he got the break speed off him by Alexander. So let's get this straight. He lost to John Jones, got absolutely wrecked. He came back, he finished Forrest Griffin, who was a dead body. Lost to Dan Henderson, got absolutely beaten the brakes off of, but then came back in the 5th round. That's one of the greatest fights of all time. Shogun Rua versus Dan Henderson at 139. That was a great fight. Took a lot of damage in that fight. Came back, KO'd the dead body of Brandon Vera. Then got destroyed by Alexander Gustafsson. Then got finished by Chael Sonnen. Then beat James Tahuna. Then got TKO'd by Dan Henderson. Then got KO'd by Ovince St. Preux. Then got 3 wins against basically bums outside of Corey Anderson. Then got KO'd by Anthony Smith. TKO'd Tyson Pedro. Dude's on a 3-fight losing streak now. Jeez Louise. Causing harm to wildlife in their habitat. Billy, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Billy in the bullpen, what do you do for? What you in for? Illegal fishing. Everyone moves down the bench. Yeah. Billy, I hope you go to jail. I hope you go to jail. Danger in wildlife. Brandon Vera, dude came out of the fire, then fizzled out. Yeah. You're harming the wildlife, dude. I hope you go to jail for it. I hope you go to jail. I do not support you. Billy abuses wildlife, okay? Billy was treating those fish like Neil Magny treats his 3-year-old son. And that's just unacceptable. Harming them. He was like, I become accustomed to harming these fish. Chael's a bum. Yeah, dude's a literal bum. People hype him up because he was a mouthpiece. That's it. Nobody would even remember Chael if he didn't open his mouth. He would have never even fought for the title. Dude was like a shitty version. A shitty Vince, that's too far, bro. We don't use those type of words in this chat. That's a little bit too far. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to compare him to another fighter. Who's a fighter that's extremely one-dimensional and can only wrestle? Chael never had any striking, only had grappling, and was juiced to the gills and still didn't have a good career. Chael ain't no bum and undisputed. He's a title mode killer. Fair enough. Lock of the card tomorrow. The card's not tomorrow. It's still Thursday. Do you have sturgeon fish where you live? Not that I know of. He's like a mediocre 185 Gamrot. Yeah, that's true. Don't mention Gills. Billy gets PTSD. Dude, if Billy gets thrown in prison, I'm going to die. Imagine Billy's doing hard time. He's like, yeah. You stuck your finger in a fish's orifice. I literally have... Billy sent me a picture of him fishing in a spot that he's not allowed to fish, and he's sticking a finger in its orifice. He's sticking his thumb deep in its orifice. So... I'm making frozen pizza. What's your favorite? I don't have a favorite. I mean, Billy, am I telling the truth? Yes or no, Billy? Simple yes or no in the chat. Did you or did you not send me a picture of you sticking your thumb deep into a fish's orifice and illegally obtained fish at that? Is it true? Yes or no? Billy's cellmate going to be a serial killer and he's in for fishing? Yeah. Dude stuck his thumb deep in a fish's orifice. No, Billy. I wanted a yes or no, bro. He said, hey, check out me sticking my thumb deep in this fish's orifice. That's just wrong, bro. Do they have walleye down here? I think. Billy going to say, yeah, I got 30 minutes to be on chat, then I got to go back to the cell. Yeah. When I was a new fan, I thought I had something wrong about his record because YouTube comment. Yeah, it's just Chael always said he's undefeated and undisputed. Dude, he literally illegally obtained a fish in a neighborhood and just said, you know what? Let me stick my thumb deep in this fish's orifice and pose for a picture and distribute it online. Throw him in prison. Throw him in prison, bro. I wonder how many people are Googling orifice right now. It made it sound so much worse, didn't it? Didn't it make it sound so much worse? That was the point of it. Deny everything, Billy. Billy's going to federal fucking prison. Yeah, that was the whole point. I hope you realize that's why I was saying orifice, because it just made it sound worse. Yeah. I'm quite frankly disappointed. I'm disgusted. I'm shocked. You know, all I can say is thoughts and prayers to that bass. Thoughts and prayers. Because what Billy did to it was illegal in 52 states. So, yeah, it was definitely illegal in 52 states. My record say I caused harm to wildlife and all I did was catch a bass. That's harming it, dude. That's harming it. I don't want to know what you did when the cameras weren't on you. I bet you had a good old time, huh, Billy? I bet you had a good old time. Dude's harming wildlife. Dude's pulling a Neil Magny. And become accustomed to harming wildlife. Billy, are you accustomed to harming wildlife? Imagine what that bass had to tell its family when it got back. You refuse to acknowledge the middleweight WEC championship Chael won. I didn't refuse to acknowledge it. I don't care about it. Yeah, who thinks we should ban Billy for harming wildlife? Gave the fish a good old Ruzaboyev. Yeah, that is true. Gave him a good old Ruza boy of what's up, MMA Now. Let's go smash the like button and subscribe. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. Like the stream. Like the stream right this very second. I would greatly appreciate it. And double check right now. We're almost there. We're literally only a couple away. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're only a couple away from 11,400, which we've been slowing down the past couple weeks. It's slowed down a little bit the last couple weeks. There hasn't been any big news. So I don't want to not make it to that 11,400. So if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Imagine what the... Okay, I already read that. Hey, Joe. What's up, Avik? What's up, Avik? Hope you're doing well. Already liked it. What kind of name is Chael anyway? I like the stream. Thank you, Darian. How do we have 100 people in here? We have 30 likes. We have 30 likes. You guys can't like the stream? You guys can't like the stream? Seriously? That's petty as hell. That is seriously petty as hell. Dude, I just can't quit harming wildlife. It's a problem. Yeah. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It's irredeemable if you ask me. It's absolutely irredeemable if you ask me. I'm ashamed. I'm quite frankly ashamed. I might have to put you in a timeout, Bill. For now on, we refer to him as Bill. For now on, we refer to him as Bill. Kay, thank you for the $2.99 super sticker. I appreciate the donation, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate you, my friend. With the little thumbs up. I really do appreciate the support, for real. I appreciate the community we're building here. We got an excellent community. Other than Billy, who's literally jamming his thumb in fish's orifices. Damn. There's literally a guy in Lucas' stream who made graphs and spreadsheets. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I can't believe it's already midnight. I was debating about doing my video for UFC 293 tonight. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Let me just throw that in the chat for the hell of it. For the hell of it. If you guys want to be able to use these emojis in chat, become a member of the channel. The link is in the description. It is $3. You get access to the members Discord. You get custom emojis. You get a custom badge next to your name. And for the time being, this is only going to be a feature for the next like maybe 6 months, a year or so. You get all the extra live streams that I private after the fact. So if you want to become a member, the link is in the description. Eventually, at a certain point, I'm going to start a second tier, and it's going to be all the live streams go on the second tier. But you get a bunch of benefits, and it's $3, and you can cancel at any time. So if anybody wants to support the channel another way and get preferential treatment in the chat, you know, if Billy was anyone else, if Billy didn't have this badge next to his name, he would have got booted. He would have got absolutely booted. Are you going live for UFC Paris? Yes. I am going live. What time does the event start? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I might just say screw it and go live for the whole card. The event starts at 12:30 p.m. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fights. I might go live for the whole card. I might go live for the whole card. And there's going to be 10 fights. I'm telling you right now, Zara Farron versus Jacqueline Calvacant is getting canceled. Zara Farron will not even make the... It's got changed to a catch weight. She's not making the weight. She's not even making the 140-pound weight limit. I think it's a catch weight of 140 now. It doesn't even say on here. It doesn't say what weight they're going to weigh in at. Let me go see Tapology. See if Tapology knows. Those clowns. Yeah, it says 140. She's not going to make it. I'm telling you right now, fight's getting canceled, boys. Fight is getting canceled, boys. Do you watch Money Moicano's stream? I have not. I feel like I'm the only person who wants to see Henry Cejudo versus Petr Yan. Would the matchup make sense? Yeah. Petr Yan will beat the brakes off Henry, though. Retire him for good. Spare me everyone I know. I don't deserve any remorse. You don't, Billy. You like Wingstop. You like whatever the hell else that burger place is. You forced me to go and spend like $40. I want reimbursement, Billy. I want full reimbursement. Full reimbursement, okay? Buddy. Kaolin Lachran versus Taylor Lapoulis, I think is how you pronounce it. What's up, Jack? I'm going Lachran. I watched some tape last night. I'm going Lachran second round TKO. I'm gonna go second round TKO. I think Taylor gets clipped a bit. I think he's good. I don't think he's good enough. What do you mean you don't like Wingstop anymore? What, I've convinced you out of it? How you try to tell me to go to Wingstop 6 months ago and now you don't like Wingstop? Throw him in jail and throw away the key. Lock him in jail, throw away the key. Boys. Lock him in jail, throw away the key. Billy is harming wildlife. Will Gon get wrestle fucked? Yes. I got fed up with the fries too soggy. Dude, I told you. I'm telling you, in the next 10 to 15 years, I think Wingstop's going out of business if they don't make some major changes. Yeah, send Billy to federal fucking prison. Joey, how's the night going? It's going great. It's going great. It'd be better if I was experienced the way you are best in jiu-jitsu. That's what I gotta say. Dude said, I don't like Wingstop anymore. You literally convinced me to go to Wingstop. Shame on you, Billy. Wingstop is not good. It's bullshit. They literally microwave everything. When you order wings from Wingstop, they throw them bitches in the microwave. Right out of the frozen box they bought at the grocery store. I switched up on Wingstop, but I stand by Shake Shack. Maybe I need to try it again. Maybe I need to try Shake Shack again. It just tasted like a crusty-ass burger to me. I went to Subway today, and they microwaved it right in front of me. What did they microwave? I used to get the oven-roasted chicken at Subway all the time. They did away with it for whatever reason. And there was this one Subway like 45 minutes from me. And I used to work over that way sometimes. I would always go to that Subway because dude would have the chicken in like boiling water or hot water. And then he would still toast it because usually when I got it toasted, the chicken wasn't hot enough. And dude would have it in like hot, like chilling in hot water, and it tasted mad good every time. Joey, besides Ruth Chris and America's Best Wings, what is your favorite fast food? Ruth Chris isn't fast food, it's a restaurant, but Chick-fil-A. Just because it's fast and convenient. Subway's garbage. I think Subway's okay. They microwaved the chicken, bro. It was trash. Yeah, I get grilled chicken whenever I go there. And it's alright. It's not great, not horrible. Subway used to be good when it was $5. Now it's like $10. I'm like, damn, dude. I can go get some good food for this. Jersey Mike's is fire. I've only had Jersey Mike's once. Everything at Shake Shack is busting. Dude, it's crispy-ass burgers. The burgers are crispy. I don't know what that is. Joshua Andrews. What is the one chip? Rat meat. Jarrett Vogel fucked up Subway. Yeah, Jarrett Vogel. Shame on him. Dude's a weirdo. Dude's in prison, right? Let's see. Jarrett Vogel. Dude ruined the whole campaign. Jarrett Fogle. Didn't he go to prison? Ooh. Dude plead. Blah, blah, blah. Ew. Dude had everything. He was going to be the Subway guy for the rest of his life. Let's see. How long did he get? Dude was from 2000 to 2015 Subway spokesperson. Did he not get sentenced yet? 15 years and 18 months in federal prison. Damn, dude, you're an idiot. And a disgusting piece of shit, too. Wouldn't surprise me if somebody kills him in prison, but he's in federal prison, so that's better than state prison. So he can be freed in March of 2029. That's crazy. Dude ruined the whole Subway thing. What a pervert. Dude's like sexting young girls and shit. What a weirdo. He took a plea agreement. Like, what a weirdo. Like, dude, you know how many girls you could get? You know how many legal women you could get? Let me rephrase that. I'm the Subway dude. I'm the Subway dude. Easy. You want me to show you my foot long? And dude's doing weird shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude's an idiot and going to jail for 15 years. Yeah, dude. Enjoy that. I'm not even sure exactly what he did. I just know he's a pervert. I just kind of skimmed through it. And it has something to do with, it's basically sex crimes. And it's just disgusting. I didn't read any of these blurbs, but I already knew it was something like that. Dude got arrested in 2015. Shame on him. Blaze One Sports, thank you for the 19 months of membership. Still the #1 MMA channel on YouTube. Can't get enough. Thank you, Blaze. I never thought I would have another grown man sending me messages online anonymously. Well, not really anonymously. Saying I can't get enough. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Blaze. I'm gonna keep giving it to you. For years to come. Years to come, bro. Thank you for the 19 months of membership, Blaze. Really means a lot, man. You're a long-time supporter. I really do appreciate the OGs, man. The OGs, I appreciate. Like, Jack's kind of a newbie. You know what I mean? Jack's like a 6-monther. Maybe a year. And Blaze One, look, 19 months of membership, bro. We've had the channel, what? 24... We've had the channel 29 months. We've had the channel 29 months. Dude's an OG, like an OG. 19 months of membership. Why is state worse than federal? Federal has better quality from what I understand. I've never been to federal prison before. But I've heard it's much nicer than state prison. Okay. Heard he was doing it. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even going to get into it on stream. I'm not talking about that shit. That's weird. Thank you, Kay, for the $3.99 super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate the $3.99. The random $3.99 assortment. Thank you, Kay. With no message, just a super sticker. Dude must love the channel. Thank you. I'm glad you found the channel, my friend. Ever thought of making the prospects I'm most excited for start of every new year? I've kind of thought about it, but I don't know. What's up, Joey? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Niles. I hope you're doing well. Niles is an OG of the channel as well. He's pretty much an OG of the channel as well. MMA Johnny's living right now with all these donos. Yeah. Joey's been to federal prison for brutally attacking a man with his shillelagh. Look, I cannot confirm or deny that I've ever been to federal prison. Okay? We'll talk about that in the Discord. I cannot confirm or deny that. All right? Wouldn't you like to know, Jack? You would know, but you're not an OG, so just shut your mouth, Jack. Jack, you better just keep fighting to become a UFC fighter, so you can say, train by day, MMA Joey podcast by night, all day on the mic after a big win. That's what I expect after you win on Dana White's Contender Series. Train by day, MMA Joey podcast by night. No. Jack, why don't you mind your business, bro? Why don't you mind your business, Jack? All right? Why don't you mind your business? Hold on one second. There you go. One of the OGs of the only stoners that doesn't like O'Malley. There you go. Niles is like, oh, he smokes weed? He smokes weed? I'll fight Jack. I didn't hear no bell. Nas is going to whoop Jack's ass. Who thinks they can beat Jack up? Jack's going to federal prison? Yeah. He's going to federal prison. How does Yadong O'Malley go if Yadong gets good head movement to avoid the jabs? Dude, that's a tough fight for anyone. Yadong is very good. I probably have to go with O'Malley right now just based on experience. I probably have to go. Yeah, I'm smoking weed too. Fair enough, Lotus. Lotus popped in and said, I'm smoking weed. I haven't asked this question in a while. Who's lurking right now? Let me know if you're lurking. We got 90 people in here. We probably got 15 people actually sending messages. Let me know if you're lurking. I can't beat up a minor, Joey. You can't or you won't. Because I think you can. I think you can. Isn't Jack like 13? Oh, Niles is ready to beat up Jack. Who's lurking in here right now? Let me know. Let me see a fresh name pop up. Cheese King is lurking. Legally, I can't. Well, who's gonna call the police? I won't. Who's gonna call the police? I certainly won't. A guy with a manslaughter charge on his record is definitely not calling the police. Kyle is lurking. Nobody else wants to fess up. We got 15 people talking, 90 people in the chat. Benoit Saint Denis is the favorite against Moises. I feel like that's wrong. Benoit Saint Denis is a savage, dude. Thiago Moises is criminally underrated, though. I will say that. I will say that. What Benoit did to Bonfim was filthy. Dude straight wrecked him badly in the first round. Those body kicks were filthy, too. Jack better hope he doesn't meet me on a Contender Series. Yeah. Yeah, Jack will get smoked on Contender Series. Yeah, Jack's going to get in the UFC and abandon the channel. He's like, he said negative things about me. Jack's going to get in the UFC and say, I'm not watching this channel anymore. Is O'Malley a weight bully, 5'11" at 130? I don't like the term weight bully. If he gets down to the weight, he's probably one of the bigger bantamweights, but I don't like weight bully. So I'm not going to call him a weight bully. Dude's been sending the same message for literally an hour and 13 minutes. I almost should have just let it keep going. It was kind of funny. So no one else is lurking in here right now. I outsmoked Jack and O'Malley both in the octagon and in stoner circles in the same night. Technically, I'm a weight bully, 6 foot, 125 pounds. Dude, Fries is a literal twig from what I've seen. Fries is a twig. I wonder if he could take out Jack. I think Jack and Fries should meet up. You know what we should do? We should have a meetup, right? We should have a meetup for a big fight in Las Vegas, and I'll see if Dana will let me rent out the Apex. If he's not doing anything, dude wants to make a buck, he'll rent out the Apex for me. I'll give him like $5,000. Just rent me out the Apex for 2 hours, and we're gonna have community fights. So I'll build a fight card, and then I'll be like Dana White at the end, criticizing everyone. And I think the first matchup we're gonna see is Jack versus Fries. If me and Jack were at Joey's meet and greet community slap fights, Fries said I'm built different. Yeah, Sean Woodson different. Let's start building it now. Who do you guys want to see matched up in the community? I want to see Jack versus Fries. I think Jack versus Fries. I think we'll book Andy against Hap. And let's see. Who else? I can beat Gordon Ryan in a BJJ match. I'm sure you could. Let's see. Who we booking Niles up? We'll book Niles up against Vince. I'll book Niles up against Vince. Tiramisu, we'll book Tiramisu against Derek. I'm telling you right now, Hap is literally 13 years old. I would be willing to bet my life. Joey versus Andy? Nah, I'm the president watching. If anything, I'm fighting Derek, though. I'm fighting Derek. I like his style. I'm lurking at work right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to be butt scooting like Neil Magny. I'm going to treat you like Neil Magny treats his son, Derek. And I'll be accustomed to whooping that ass. I want to see you fight your most famous viewer. Okay. Any bantamweights want to take me on? Dude, we're booking matchups. You can fight, let's see, who's still available? You can fight Blaze 1. I think I didn't book Blaze 1. Blake versus Blaze 1. That sounds like a solid prelim headliner. Or Steven Seagal, A-tier actor. Dude, you said I'm lurking at work right now. I appreciate you watching at work. If you're fighting Derek, then who am I going to fight? You're going to fight the guy who's lurking at work. Who wins, Rufus or Doofus in a 3-rounder? I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to have to bulk up for this July. Yeah, we're all going to... You know, we don't even need to rent out the Apex. We'll just head to a public restroom. We'll just head to a public restroom. Fries and Jack are the same weight. These are super fights. We don't care about weight classes. Why is Carlos Ulberg fighting another nobody? They're trying to build him up. Yeah, we'll go to Chris Curtis. We'll go to Extreme Couture. That would be fucking hilarious. Imagine we roll up like 50 deep at Extreme Couture and we literally have basically online troll fights. Oh my goodness, that'd be funny. This chat is taking everything I worked for. I'm not fighting. I'm bound to like pinch a nerve in my neck. I feel like the older you get, the more this is the best way I can describe it. And anyone who's getting older, like, and when I say getting older, who's like past 25 right now, understands exactly what I'm talking about. As you get older, so let me restart. The best way I can describe it is, under 25, right? When I used to see videos of people falling online, I'd laugh my ass off. Somebody slips and falls down the steps, hilarious. Someone falls off a bike making a jump, hilarious. Now when I see somebody fall on video, slip down a flight of steps, fall off a bike, all I can think is, oh, that probably hurt their back. Oh, that probably hurt their leg. Oh, that probably hurt their neck. So, if Joey isn't in my corner, I swear to God, I'm pulling a Chelsea Chandler. Yeah, I'll corner all the members. I'll corner all the members. Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? Like, I see videos online of people falling now, and I'm just absolutely like, oh, that probably hurt. That probably hurt. So unless I'm getting paid good, I'm not risking, any brain damage. Bro, so I just turned 28. I cannot watch crazy videos of people breaking their leg, getting injured, etc. It's fucking hard to watch. Well, now you're taking it a step further. I don't ever want to watch crazy injury videos. But in general, right, you're like cringing at anything, right? My neck will hurt funny from just sleeping. Dude, I'll step the wrong way sometimes and my ankle will hurt bad for like an hour. Just randomly. It's because you don't work out, Joseph. I work out with your mother at least twice a night. So, work on my ground and pound. I realized when O'Malley fell down, that was amazing. Okay. I'm 40. I know what you mean. Dude, I used to find videos of people falling hilarious. Now I'm just like, damn. That's fucked up. Like, I saw somebody walking down the street and fell on 4th of July, and I was like, damn. I want to laugh at that. I would have laughed at that 5-10 years ago. I'm not laughing anymore. I'm not laughing anymore. I got Ruzaboyev's coach in my corner. Yeah, I want Ruzaboyev's coach in my corner for sure. 100%. I work on that ground and pound with your mother. I think Ruzaboyev should file criminal charges. Ruzaboyev's coach did exactly what Billy did to that fish. I got Neil Magny coaching me at home. Yeah, what is he? Are you working on your durability? I'm working. Jack's 16. He's working on his durability at home with Neil Magny. That's funny. Worst fighter in the UFC currently, Chelsea Chandler. Why is she not cut yet? Why is she not cut yet? Joe, would you be a heavyweight or light heavyweight? If I'm in peak physical condition, I'd probably be a light heavyweight. But I have to be a heavyweight now. But if I'm like jacked and ripped and like, you know, taking it really seriously, I should be a light heavyweight. I would say, like, cut down. Like if I was at my optimal weight, like jacked and like a pro athlete, I probably weigh, I would say 220, 230. That's what I would guess. Maybe 215. So I would assume I would cut down to 205. So that's what I'm going to go with. I got Chris Dawkins training me. I'm primed and ready. Yeah, primed and ready to get KO'd. Both my jiu-jitsu coach and my ex said I have no stamina. Can't last longer than 30 seconds. What should I do? I think you should work with Jag Nation's mom. Dude spamming racial epithets in the chat because he literally sent the same message for 2 hours and I ignored it every time because I already answered it a million times. Dude literally sat there sending the same message for 2 hours and now he's spamming racial epithets in the chat. Damn. I'm bantamweight right now. If I get serious on my diet, I could be lightweight in just over a month. If Derek versus Joey's happening, I'm fighting JJ Smoke. Bro really came back with the alt to spam racial epithets. I'm done. Joe, who is going to be the Joe Rogan to your Dana White? I don't even know what you mean by that, Jack. I'm not even sure what you mean. I'll say Derek, though. Sure. That dude sent the same message for 2 hours after I already answered it. And then got mad. And now he got blocked. Shame on him. All right, I'm featherweight. Whoever's down, I'm the next Connor. Shut up. Shut up, dude. No, you're not. I'm telling you right now. Hop's 14 years old. Joe, you should start answering like Dana White at the post-fight press conference. We'll see what happens. We need a few of us versus Chris. We need a few of us from the live chat versus Chris Curtis. What did you say? What? What? Can't hear. A few of you from the chat versus Chris Curtis. As soon as I know something, you'll know something. I've seen Jack fight, and I'm not impressed by his performance. Yeah, I wasn't impressed either. I call being Herb Dean, never stop the fight until they're no longer a heartbeat. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll fight anybody, send the contract. Nah. Blaze One Sports just doesn't want to fight. You either want to fight or you don't want to fight. We're contractually obligated to offer these guys 3 fights a year where I have to pay them anyway. So you either want to fight or you don't want to fight. Blaze One Sports doesn't want to fight. Bruh, I'm dead. You guys done with me? Any more? We don't make fights on fight nights. That's what Tuesday's for, matchmaking day. Exactly. Yeah, we don't make any. How many times do I tell you guys we don't make fights on the night of the fight? Okay. We're gonna sit down on Tuesday. It's gonna be me, Hunter, Sean, and Mick, and then we'll start lining up some of these fights. And as soon as we're ready to tell you, you'll know. You'll hear it from us. The reported salaries for Sean and Aljo was $500,000. Whew. Excuse me, I just burped. They reported salaries for Sean and Aljo, 500,000 pay-per-view points. Look, everyone wants to make more money. Do you not want to make more money? Raise your hand if anyone in here does not want to make more money. Okay? Everyone wants to make more money. These guys do very well. We pay these guys very well. Anyone shoots me, they're getting put in a DARS. Somebody get him out of here. That's the stupidest fucking question I've ever heard. We don't make fights the night of the fight unless it's O'Malley Sterling. Exactly. Joe, why are you hating on me? I'm the most powerful guy in the chat. I don't think you are. I love Tuesdays, man. I say it every week. It's the best show on TV. Yeah. And did I mention Power Slap? Oh my God, it's doing unbelievable in India. It's doing unbelievable in India. I mean, the numbers are better than any sport combined ever. You take the NFL, you take the NBA, you take MLB, you take the NHL, you take the WWE, you take all their views and you put it together, that still doesn't even hold a candle to Power Slap. I'm telling you, people, the media hates on this sport because I'm at the head of it, because I'm trying to start it up. They're hating on this sport. This sport is going to become one of the biggest sports of all time. It's the way this thing is trending, the numbers, the way this thing is trending. I mean, you will not believe. We'll have to get you the numbers. We'll have to get you the numbers because the way this thing is trending, number one in India, number one in the UK. I mean, this thing is on a rocket ship, you know. And now that we're exclusively on Rumble, Rumble is really pushing this thing. The people over at Rumble, they love having it exclusive on Rumble. TBS, they may have canceled us. They didn't know what they were looking at, okay? Because this thing is trending through the roof. This thing is trending through the roof. If you saw these social media numbers, Power Slap, I mean, we have, you know, it's unbelievable. Now, this thing may surpass the UFC. I signed the biggest deal ever to put this thing exclusively on Rumble. I'm wearing a Rumble t-shirt right now. Do you see me? I'm wearing this Rumble t-shirt right now. So, and you got the dumbass fucking media writing stupid fucking headlines. I never said that. They're talking about Power Slap saying shit I never said. These dumb headlines. The media just doesn't know what they're doing. Anyway, Lamau, Jack come up to featherweight. Joey's a true Power Slap is more popular than Call of Duty and Madden. Yes, it is. It's trending higher than all sports. It's more popular than all sports. We had more views on our TikTok on the second Tuesday of the third week of December than the NFL had for the entirety of the Super Bowl. We'll have to get you those numbers. Did you see Aljo Marab's interview with Bradley? No. 6'7", 115 pounds. Okay. I'll come and fight Joey only if you give me an exemption. Absolutely not. Now that we're exclusively on Rumble. Yeah, that's it. We're exclusively on Rumble, boys. The way this thing is trending, it's trending through the roof. And the people who work on Power Slap, give these guys a fucking Emmy. Have you seen these slow-mo replays of these slaps? Who else could do that? Who else could make slow-mos of 350-pound men who drive trucks in their spare time? Or that's their full-time jobs. They drive a semi. Who else could get these slow-mo replays of these highly impactful slaps? Give these guys a fucking Emmy. Give them an Oscar. Give them an Academy Award. Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize. Nobody's even talking about this. The brain dead media doesn't even talk about this because they hate me. Give these guys the Power Slap crew, the slow-mo replays. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The way this thing's trending, number one in India. And these guys, I mean, the slow-mos. Have you seen the production quality on this thing? Have you seen the views on Rumble and the production quality? I mean, the way nobody gets a slow-mo replay of two truck drivers faster than my crew. These guys deserve a fucking Emmy. And if you're watching Power Slap anywhere else but exclusively on Rumble, you are going to federal fucking prison. We got guys waiting outside your house right now. All these guys have to do is turn it on, and we're ready to go. They're going to jail. We got people waiting outside their house right now. They turn it on anywhere but Rumble, they're going to federal fucking prison. Anyway, remember, you know about the industry because I let you know. You guys don't know shit about MMA. All you guys know is what I tell you. Yeah, that's another one. Give these guys a fucking Emmy, bro. That one was funny as hell. That one had me rolling. Slap fighting was always a thing before Power Slap, so it was probably popular in those regions already. Wouldn't surprise me, dude. I don't believe anything Dana says. Did you see Dana White claims about Power Slap game? Yes, I have. What top contender will no longer be a contender by 2025? Cyril Gane will be gone. Would you rather go to a UFC 300 or the next Power Slap event? UFC 300. Is this guy fucking kidding? Why would I want to go to an Emmy award-winning show when I can go to UFC 300? Do you have an opinion on Charles' recent comments about his upcoming fight with Islam? Haven't seen him yet. I've seen people hint at him, but I haven't seen him yet. The best fight the best. We don't do gimmick fights. That's not what we do here. We just announced the BMF title fight. We're booking fights for title shots that make no sense and undeserving contenders that fit our needs. It's just not what we do here. It's 12:30. All right, boys. Would you rather go to the... Okay, I already read that. What top contender? Already answered that, I think. Slap fighting. Yeah, slap fighting was already popular in some places. Dude acts like it's a money generating thing. It's not going to generate that much money. Why do you think they're plastering it all over the UFCs? The people who probably gather them analytics for them probably just find a way to propose it in the most favorable way to Dana so they don't piss him off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he has people that gather these analytics, there's a way to spin analytics. There's a way to make graphs where you manipulate the X and Y axis to make it look better than it is. And there's ways to spin certain analytics to make it sound better than it actually is. And the people who probably do it for Dana just lie to him. And someone's like, yeah, just lie to him. And so he can make it sound better than it is. You have Holloway's technique with Jag Nation determination. Yeah. I care about the BMF belt so little I forgot Justin won that not that long ago. Me too. BMF belt was corny. Remember when Dana White said giving out $75K bonuses would mess up their budget? Vaguely. I vaguely remember that. Power slap is bigger globally than soccer. Yeah, probably. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, soccer's the most watched sport, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. Looks like gymnastics is higher up than fighting. That's crazy. People don't realize how niche MMA is. It's super niche or niche. That's just the way it is. Joey, listen, okay, I already read that. Power slide, I already read that. Do you think Aljo Holloway is possible? No. And Holloway would beat the brakes off of him badly. MMA's a very small sport. Yep, I know. Damn, guys. It's 12:30. We've gone for an hour and a half. I've been trying to go to bed a little bit early recently. Francis beats Tyson Fury on boxing. The headlines, main co-main event, UFC, ESPN, John Jones fight. Francis for the baddest man on the planet, co-main, Jake Connor. Biggest pay-per-view ever. Dude, if Ngannou KO's Fury, all the Ngannou haters can go fuck themselves. It'll be the funniest thing ever. Dude made the best decision of his life regardless. And it would just be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious if he did that. I don't think he will, but if he did, it'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Sport is already small as it is. Mark my words, by 2025, Pereira will not be a contender. I agree with you 100%. All right, guys, look. We got 90 people in here. If we can get 75 likes on the stream, I'll stay to the 2-hour mark. 75 likes on the stream, and I'll stay for the 2-hour mark. Let's see. If not, we're getting out of here in a few minutes. If they fired Dana White, he would literally act like Norma Osborn off of Spider-Man 1 and turn into the Green Goblin, basically. Run it up. We'll see. We don't even got 50 yet, so we're not getting to 75. Shame on you guys. You don't even care about the stream. Most likely Ngannou is going to get paid a lot to get him Millie Beth Fury, then go off to PFL. Okay. Doesn't matter what he does. Dude's getting paid. That's all that matters, and getting what he wants. And getting what he wants. Doesn't matter what happens. At the end of the day, he got what he wanted. Get them likes up. Yeah, look, I don't think we're going to get it. We're still 20 likes away. I'll send 500 if you do the stanky leg. Jack, you ain't got 500. Your parents ain't got 500. Jack, you need to get out there and cut lawns and pay rent, you little bitch. Oh, I better watch my language before you get in trouble at home. Jack saying he'll send 500. Dude ain't got 500. Dude, Jack messaged me the other day, asked me if he could hold $10. Dude asked me if he could hold $10. I didn't want to put that out there publicly, but you set yourself up for that, Jack. Dude said, "Let me hold $10 real quick, buddy." My boy said if I get C+ up to an A by December, my boy said he'll give me 500. Who's your boy? Your friend? Is that what you're saying? He ain't giving you. He's full of shit. He ain't giving you 500. But at least he's a good friend for trying to incentivize you to get your grades up. Why are you on the stream, dude, if you're getting C-? I'm about to ban Jack and take his mod away until he gets an A. He's older from the gym? Okay. Yeah, boys, it looks like we're not hitting it. We only got to 68 likes. Jack already spent all his Tapology winnings. I guarantee Jack spent all his Tapology winnings going out to eat with the boys at Shake Shack. I bet that's all that happened. Dude should have held on to it. I hope you held on to at least 5 for the next comp. Joshua Andrews said, $10 for 10 likes. Let's like the stream. We want 2 hours. Look, Joshua Andrews said, look, you guys are 6 likes away, boys. Thank you, Joshua, for the $10 super chat. Dude's trying to buy likes from dudes. Pay attention to him. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We'll see if you can purchase likes from the community. I don't know. I just don't get it. How do we have 90 people in here? We can't get 75 likes. You guys don't want the channel to grow? Is that it? Is that it, boys? Is that it? You don't want the channel to grow? Shame on you guys. Who's on the verge of being a dead body? That is a great question. Who's on the verge of being a dead body? Hot take, Henry Cejudo. Michael Chandler soon. All right, we got there. We got there, boys. I'll say Michael Chandler will be a dead body soon enough. And Wonderboy too, if he actually fights, but he probably never will. Appreciate you guys for liking the stream finally. Joshua Andrews had to bait you into it with a yellow super chat. I want you sitting across from Chael Sonnen on ESPN, baby. Let's fucking go. That'd be crazy. Curtis Blades a dead body. I don't know about just yet. Imagine if we just went for 5 hours. I wonder how many people would be here in 5 hours. What's more likely, Holloway become champ again or Strickland wins the title? Hot take right now. Ready? It's not even, I mean, it's not a hot take, but I think a lot of people will disagree with me. Max Holloway, I want you to mark my words. It is now September 1st, 2023. Okay? And it's, how is it September 1st already? That is crazy. The year's almost over, boys. The year's almost over. Anyway, it is September 1st, 2023. Mark my words, Max Holloway will be featherweight champion again. Mark my words, he will be featherweight champion again. Undisputed featherweight champion. Max Holloway will be. I'm calling it right now. September 1st of 2023. Holloway will be the featherweight champ again. 116 days till Christmas. Holy shit. Anthony Smith is a half dead body. Now, Anthony Smith's a full dead body. A full dead body. Would you ever go see Curtis and train with him? Maybe. I don't know. If I go to Vegas, I'll definitely stop by and see what's up. 116 days till Christmas. That's wild, dude. That is wild, 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 wild. Thank you again, Joshua Andrews. I appreciate you. Joshua Andrews MMA. Longtime watcher of the channel. I recognize the name. It's been around for a while, if I'm not mistaken. More likely Sean wins the title. Max can win the belt after Volk. How is it more likely Sean wins the title? Max can literally win the belt after Volk vacates or moves up, which he will be soon. He's 35 years old. Volk will not be in the featherweight division 2 years from now. I'll tell you that much right now. Whether he loses, whether he retires, whether he moves up, he will not be in the featherweight division. And guess who will be? Max Holloway, winning the title. So there you go. Volk's 35. People forget that. Max is like 31, 32. Volk's going to be gone soon. A year or 2 years max. He's going to be gone. You know, he's not going to. You think he's going to stick around for another 3 years defending his featherweight belt? I don't think so. He might fight at featherweight for another year. He might lose. He might lose again. He might win and win and win. He might go up. He's going up again. I think if he beats Topuria, he goes up for good. So I'm telling you right now, I think not only do I think it's more likely Max Holloway becomes champion, I think he will become champion. I'm confident that he will become champion. If I had to put a percentage on it, I would say I'm 75% sure Max Holloway becomes champion again. The thing is, it depends. Does Volk's departure from the division, does it take so long that Max Holloway declines? Like, let's say Volk sticks around for another 2.5 years. Does Holloway decline in that 2.5 years? I don't think he will. But you never know. So, if not, I think he's definitely going to be champ. How did I not realize Conor's 35? Because he was like 25 and when he was active. That's probably why. Conor's old now. It's sad. He wasted the majority of his career sitting on the sidelines. Do you think Whitaker becomes champ again? No. I don't think Robert Whitaker ever holds the belt again. Anthony Smith is the guy that wins by getting his ass beat, basically. It's crazy. Connor's on the verge of becoming a dead body, too, but he won't fight enough to become a dead body. So he'll get his ass whooped probably by Chandler. He'll probably sit out for another 1.5 years. Claim it's another great comeback. He'll come back again. I'm telling you right now, when we see Conor and he looks like absolute dog shit fighting, it's going to be a really sad day. Even as a person that doesn't necessarily like Conor, it's going to be a really sad day one day when we see him in the cage and he looks like dog shit. Because it's always going to be what if. What if? What if? Because he could have been great. And he was great, I guess. He won 2 belts. But he was never active. Like, people act like he was super active. He was never active after he won any belts. He basically sat. It feels like, in my opinion, it feels like he sat out for the last 8 years. I know that's not technically true. You know, he had a couple fights. But what, in the last 8 years, what did he fight? 3-4 times? Dustin Poirier twice. Khabib once. And Cerrone once. He fought 4 times in the last 7 years. 4 times in the last 7 years, boys. Disgusting. Disturbing. So imagine one day, he wasted all those years. He wasted 7 years of his career, essentially. You know, he should at least fought, you got 7 years. I say he should at least fought twice on average. Let's just say a little less than twice. Some years he fights once, some years he fights twice. We could at least had 10 to 12 Conor McGregor fights. If he fights twice every year, we could have seen him 14 times. So, it's super unfortunate. Khabib versus Prime GSP. Prime GSP. He would be able to stuff the takedowns and outstrike him, I think. And he wouldn't be worried about the takedown threat. Super unfortunate, boys. Super unfortunate. Anyone else go to the toilet just to fart? I don't think so. Not me. Was Max a better fighter versus the Zombie? He actually KO'd him. Nah, Zombie was a dead body at that point, basically. Which is super unfortunate. It was an easy win for Max. A dislocated shoulder takes 8 to 12 weeks to recover. Assuming Ortega was terrible, we can double the recovery time to 24 weeks. What the fuck has Brian Ortega been doing, and who does he come back against? I don't know. I wouldn't mind them rebooking the Yair fight. I wouldn't mind them booking Holloway to beat the brakes off him. Brian Ortega ducked Topuria, and now Topuria is getting a title shot. Joey, did you have a feeling Khabib would retire? I actually bought my Khabib autograph before he fought Justin Gaethje because I had a feeling he was going to retire. Yes. Jerry said he's on the toilet farting right now, just echoing his farts off the toilet bowl. Cut Ortega. Guys, I have a great video on the channel that I was hounded to do over and over and over again. And it's a video that really aged rather well and continues to age well. And it's crazy that it's now been, what, a month since I did it? Let's see. Let's see. The rankings held hostage. And it's almost at 10,000 views, which is the crazy part of the whole thing. The MMA rankings, what the hell? Check this out after the stream. I'm not leaving the stream right now, but I talk about every fighter who's holding their ranking hostage in the UFC. Will Johnny Walker make a resurgence at light heavyweight? He already kind of has, but will he ever be champion? No, I doubt it. I think he loses to Magomed Ankalaev. Zombie comes back for Nate Diaz. Ew. Who wins, Khamzat or Usman? Khamzat. Khamzat brutally KOs him badly. Smashes him. Smashes him horrifically. Usman's too old now. I'm sad. I really wanted Khamzat versus Usman, but Leon had to fuck it all up, and then Khamzat had to miss weight. That sucks. That was a big fight. That was a big fight, boys. That rankings video is 27 minutes long. I put that out July 18th. Damn, it's been a long time since I put that out. That's wild. Let me go look what kind of watch time that got. That got some crazy watch time, I think. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. That was one of my favorite videos to do, and I was being hounded about making that video for the longest time. Yeah, that video got a shit ton of watch time. I'm thinking about it. I don't know when it'll be. What do you guys think about this video? Basically, I talk about fights that I want to see that aren't happening, and I kind of just talk about how amazing they would be, if that makes sense. So there's a list of a bunch of fights that I would love to see right now. I'm just throwing, I'm not saying this will be on the list, but like Izzy Khamzat, Izzy Dricus, Jones versus Sergey Pavlovich. Merab versus O'Malley. I'm trying to think of other ones. There's other ones, but I just can't think of them right now off the top of my head. But I have like at least 5 of them. Fights that the UFC should have made that they're not making. But off the top of my head, it'd probably be Izzy versus Khamzat or Izzy versus Dricus. O'Malley versus Merab. Jones versus Sergey. So there's 3 of them right there. And I just talk about them and how amazing they would be right now. And how hyped I'd be for them right now. No, not Adesanya versus Jones or Conor versus Tony. I may or may not make that next week if I have time. I may or may not make that next week if I have time. Who's next up if Colby, Leon, or Leon Shavkat too? Why is no one at welterweight fighting each other? Because they're bums, dude. Shavkat versus Bilal. Exactly. Wei Li versus Yan Xiaonan. It can be called like top 5 fights the UFC refuses to make. Something like that. I don't know. There's quite a few I can think of. Leon versus Shavkat is one of them. Jones versus Pavlovich. O'Malley versus Merab. And I have to think of other ones that aren't going to happen that I want to happen. What's going on with Wonderboy? He's fighting for the PMF. The PMF, bro. The PMF. That's what he's doing, boys. He's just fighting for the PMF. Bilal versus Shavkat is the fight. Magny versus his kids, yeah. With Child Protective Services as the ref. That's what we need. Dude, I hate the entire welterweight division at this point, boys. I hate the entire welterweight division. Tweet it, though. Tweet what? Tweet what? By the way, guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's at MMAJoeyC. Go follow me. Go follow me. Leon versus Shavkat. That'd be a banger. What you said about Wonderboy, I've already made videos about it, dude. I've already made videos about it. Ian Gary versus Shavkat, sure. Covington versus Chimaev, yeah. The UFC missed so many great fights in 2023. And I could talk about all the fights that were missed this year that should have been made. That should have been made, boys. If TKZ versus Giga would have happened, supposed to who would have won? I think Giga would have won. But it would have been much more competitive. I think Usman's title reign was overrated. Maybe. I don't think it was that great, but I do think it was a decent title reign. You know? It wasn't horrible. I want to see Dustin versus Cole. Ooh, who wants to see that? I'd catch Joey with a head kick early in the first. Nah, you wouldn't be able to catch me with a head kick because I'd be too busy ground and pounding your mother. Chandler versus Sarukian. I like it. I like it a lot. Who wins, Holloway or Poirier 3? Poirier. Morning, what's up, Skang Biscuit? What's going on? I feel like TKZ would have won via mixing in the grappling. I think Korean Zombie's just done for. Dude looked slow. But maybe. Maybe. The UFC should have booked TKZ versus Alex Caceres. They should have booked it. They should have booked it. I'm done. Tell me this is real. Let me go look this up. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Hold on. That is funny. That is funny. That is funny as hell, boys. I gotta show that on stream. Hold on one second. I gotta show that on stream. Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious. Ew, what the fuck is that? No, I don't want that. Dude, this is funny. All right, let me get rid of that background. Export. Boom. This is so fucking hilarious. I can't wait to show you guys this. Hold on one second, guys. I'm putting something on the stream that's fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. All right, let's go. Browse. I think you do this. Okay. Look, this is mad funny. Are you guys ready to die? Let me put it. I don't know where to put it, man. It's just too big. Okay, there. Pause. Big pause. I am dying laughing right now. I am dying laughing right now. Look what I just saw. Look what I just saw, boys. You ready to die? Here we go. Boom. Read that. UFC champ, 18-0, 28 years old. Life's crazy. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. Sean O'Malley's professional MMA record is actually 17-1 and won no contest. He lost to Marlon Chito Vera by brutal TKO. He was shucked to the ground after having his legs brutally chopped. Then he was brutally ground and pound KO'd with elbows. And then he was stretchered out of the cage with no serious injuries. That is fucking hilarious. Now, I added a lot to that, but you get the point. That is fucking hilarious. I am dying laughing. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. I just died. That is so... I wish I would have been able to type it. I would have said he got brutally KO'd. Bro called a 10-8 from Twitter readers. Dude was brutally KO'd with nasty ground and pound elbows and then stretchered out of the cage with no serious injuries. If you had to put your life savings on a fight that is currently booked, what would you put it on? Ooh, I don't know, dude. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I am fairly confident that damn, I don't know. There's so many bums, dude, that could fuck it up. Ew, 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 ew. I don't know. I just looked at 3 cards. I'm going Roman Khabibulov versus Josh Fremd. But I don't want to put my life savings on Roman Khabibulov because he could fuck it up. So I'll say Adesanya Strickland. Right now, Adesanya Strickland. There's probably another fight on like a card somewhere that I'm not necessarily looking at right now. So was watching your stream from yesterday, and I think GSP was for sure juicing. We never know. Have you ever been reached out by other MMA journalists, like mainstream ones? One time. O'Malley versus no. Sound like account getting cracked. What's up, JJ? Jones over Stipe, easy. I saw that earlier, Joey. Again, I outsmoked O'Malley in and outside the octagon. I'll give him 2 losses in one night. 3 after his girl leaves him for me. Fuck Sean O'Malley. O'Malley versus Topuria. Topuria would brutally finish him badly. Topuria would literally wreck O'Malley badly. Strickland's going to lose. Hey, Johnny Hendricks tested right? No, he did not. Johnny Hendricks didn't want to test, dude. GSP tried to encourage extra testing. And Hendricks wanted nothing to do with it. He said absolutely not. And there was strong speculation that Hendricks was on PEDs. And then after USADA came in, Johnny Hendricks just fell off a cliff. Let's take a look at Johnny Hendricks real quick. Let me take a look. So USADA came in, I believe, 2016. If I'm not mistaken. Mid 2016. So Hendricks got finished by Wonderboy in early 2016. Lost to Gastelum, lost to Neil Magny, beat Hector Lombard, got finished by Tim Bosch, got finished by Paulo Costa. Hasn't fought since. And dude was championship caliber before that. Championship caliber. Dude barely lost a split decision at UFC 181 was December of 2014. Barely lost a split decision in a title fight against Robbie Lawler. Some people thought he won. He beats Matt Brown, a prime Matt Brown. And then boom, USADA comes in. He loses 5 out of his next 6. So he was most likely on PEDs. Topuria ain't all that. He'll get checked hard by the top guys. Yeah, but not O'Malley, a weight class down. Yeah, let's get the stream to 100 likes, boys. I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that. Strickland going to lose. I agree. What's your favorite UFC fighter and the least favorite UFC fighter at the moment? Favorite, I'll say Charles Oliveira. Least favorite, damn it. Every time someone asks me this, I can't remember who it is. Somebody in the chat, let me know who's my least favorite. I don't remember. I remember a picture of Johnny Hendricks when he was fighting at 170. Dude looked 245 pounds. At a pool party. Who remembers that pic? Least favorite fighter. Juliana Pena? Yeah, maybe Juliana Pena probably. I don't like Juliana Pena. There you go. I said Pena yesterday. I always forget who it is. Well, Jeremy's not a UFC fighter anymore, so. Hector Lombard's a beast. The way he smashed Paulo Harris, the bully. Dude, I hated Rousimar Paulo Harris. If you weren't around for Rousimar Paulo Harris was this freak of nature who was on PEDs for sure. Jacked. And he was a knee bar specialist, okay? He got heel hook specialist, right? Was it knee bar or heel hook? I'm dumb. I don't remember now. It was knee bar, I think, right? Damn, now I'm dumb. I think it was a heel hook. Heel hooks fucks with your knee too, right? Yeah, it's heel hooks. Right? Yeah, heel hook. So he was in the UFC and he was a heel hook specialist. Right? Dude would get heel hooks, and then when the opponent tapped out and the ref tried to break him, he'd wrench on him harder. He got cut from the UFC for that. He was really fun to watch, but he kept doing it. He was the dirtiest fighter. Dude's got so many heel hooks. Let's go through his entire MMA career. Ready? Decision, armbar submission, decision, submission heel hook. That's one submission heel hook. Somebody count how many heel hooks I'm going to read off, okay? Starting with number 1. Heel hook, submission rear naked choke, submission heel hook, heel hook, heel hook, armbar, unanimous decision loss, decision win, heel hook, loss by TKO, knee bar, decision win, heel hook, lost, heel hook, knee bar, Kimura, lost, heel hook, and then boom, lost a bunch of fights. Dude got cut from the UFC because he was holding on to submissions for too long, right? Listen to this, guys. He was holding on for submissions too long. It was blatant, right? So he gets cut after he fights Mike Pierce and heel hooks him and holds on it for too long, right? He goes and fights in WSOF. He submits Steve Carl via heel hook. And I think this one was close. Like, it wasn't necessarily too long, but he held on it for a little bit too long, right? Then he fought John Finch. Got a knee bar, held on it for too long, right? But it was like, okay. Then he fought Jake Shields, held on to a Kimura for too long to win the title in PFL. It was World Series of Fighting at the time. They cut him from the organization and stripped him of the belt. He was perpetually doing it. Let's versus Steve. What was it? Who was it against? Steve Carl. I'm pretty sure he held on for this for too long too. Let's see. He was an expert at knee bars and heel hooks. Let's see if he held on to this one for too long. Yeah, he held on to the Steve Carl one for too long too. He held on to it for too long. Dude's tapping, he just wrenches it as hard as he can. And doesn't even let go immediately when the ref does it. So after Steve Carl, he fights John Fitch. Let's look up the John Fitch one. Okay, here's John Finch. And every time he held onto these, he was tearing dudes' ACLs. So he's looking for the heel hook. Okay, he's about to get it. Let's see if he holds on to this one for too long. Or this was a knee bar. He held on to the John Fitch one for too long too. Yeah. But they were close enough where they kind of said, And then look at the Jake Shields ones, which in retrospect, good thing he did that to Jake Shields. Jake Shields a weirdo. He ripped Jake Shields' arm off, and then when Jake tapped, he refuses to let it go. And he was just like, okay, this is enough. Let's see. I'm watching them all right now. All right, so he's beating up Jake Shields badly. Jake Shields gets back to his feet. Are they not back on the ground yet? Paul Harris lands some good shots. They're both gassed as hell. When he left the UFC, he started taking PEDs even worse than he already was. Jake Shields looks for a takedown. Gets a Kimura immediately. Dude doesn't let it go. Dude, Jake Shields hit him after the bell. I forgot about that. This one honestly wasn't as bad as the previous two. But maybe it's just because I'm like, I don't care about Jake Shields. Dude, he tried to rip that arm off. Dude punched him after the fact. That one wasn't as bad as I remember. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as I remember. That dude's an idiot, ruined his career for being a tryhard. Yeah, I would have never want to fight him. Alan Belcher played with Paul. Yeah, I remember him knocking him out, dude. Brutal, like, guard, ground and pound. What was your personal greatest UFC moment? Anderson Silva triangle choke. Nah, probably Anderson Silva TKO over Chael Sonnen. Holy shit, Joey, you're still alive. That I am. I'm about to end soon, unfortunately, for you guys. Unfortunately for you boys. It's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. Everyone run up the likes on the stream before I go. Jake punched him after the tap? Yes. 100%. That's what probably drew attention to him to get him cut. And then after that, Got brutally KO'd, got a heel hook. Draw. You know Rousimar Palhares. Let me show you Rousimar Palhares. Let me show you what he looked like in the UFC, boys. I mean, he was on PEDs in the UFC, I'm pretty sure. Right? But I'm going to show you what he looked like after the fact. Okay? I'm going to show you what he looked like after the fact. Let's see. Oh no, this wasn't a picture UFC. All right, here's a good picture of him in the UFC. I'm going to show you a picture of him in the UFC. Let me take a look. What the fuck? Why does this picture show up so big? Okay, hold on. I'm about to show you guys a picture in a second. So this was him in the UFC. I believe he was on roids at this point in time too. But there's a picture of him in the UFC, okay? Get a good look, boys. Get a good look. Okay? Now let me show you another picture of him a few years later in the gym. Let me show you a picture of him in the gym a few years later after he left the UFC. And I believe he was on PEDs the whole time, but that's besides the point. Okay. Let's add another image. I want to have them up side by side. Image. Okay. Browse. Okay. Got it. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to move this one over. Let's move that over. And let's put this one on the right-hand side. Look at this, guys. Ready for this? You guys ain't going to believe this. Look at that. If that ain't PEDs, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. If that ain't PEDs, I don't know what is, boys. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Kevin's been talking about him for 5 minutes. Yes, Kevin? Look at that. Look at that. Bet you ain't never seen that before, right? Dude was juicing bad. Dude was juicing really bad. Really badly. I mean, look how big he is in that picture. Imagine that dude ripping your knee off. Ripping your knee off. Imagine that dude ripping your fucking knee off. And I picked a big picture of him on the left. I could have found a smaller picture. I could have found a picture of him smaller. Look at that. Looks like he just got fat. Oh, dude, shut the fuck up. That's a You know what? Where are you at? You know, just for that dumb comment, timeout for you. Enjoy your 300 seconds. That was the dumbest shit I ever read. Yeah, he just looks like he got fat. Look at the motherfucker. Look at his neck, bro. Dude's not even fat at all. He's ripped. He looks like he's probably 375 pounds. He's 5'10", and he's nothing but jacked. All right, let's get rid of them pictures now, boys. Yeah, dude had to sit in timeout for that one. That was just too disrespectful. Yeah, he just looks like he got fat. What? What? That's the dirtiest fighter I think they kicked out of the UFC. Won't let go of submissions. Yep. Favorite moment is old man Randy dropping Tim Sylvia with the first punch he threw and winning the belt. Fair enough. Joe, do you think you can beat Ed Herman? I mean, Ed Herman, all I have to do is put a 12-pack of Budweiser in his Bud Light in his locker room, and he's going to come out drunk. He's going to come out drunk. He took the super soldier serum. That probably did. Probably did. Dude was holding on too long for submissions for ages. I don't even remember how we got on the topic of Rousimar Palhares. If there's anybody watching right now, because we're going to end soon. We went 2 hours and 10 minutes. If there's anybody watching right now who is not subscribed, can you do me a favor and subscribe? I want to get to 12K soon, boys. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could. It would mean the world to me. I can't believe we went even 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight, basically. Basically 2 hours and 15 minutes, boys. Honest answer, could you beat JP Bays? No, probably not. You'd be too fast, dude. Ed Herman versus Brian Barberina at the Kentucky State Fair. Yeah. Winner gets funnel cake for show, funnel cake for win as well. I think. Anyway, boys, it's been real fun. I may or may not be live tomorrow. I don't know yet. I got some videos I got to work on. 3 hours, just got here. Nah, I'm not going 3 hours. I'm tired. Listen, this is an older video I did, but it still works out perfectly today. It still works out perfectly today. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is ugly. I hate YouTube for doing that. YouTube did automatic chapters in this. I had to turn that shit off. Details maybe? How do I turn off show more? Save. Alright, we got rid of that. That's stupid. I didn't know that was on the whole time. Look, this is a great video I did about a month and a half ago that I really think you guys should watch. The UFC rankings are an embarrassment. And I call out all the people who are squatting on their rankings. Go watch that video if you have not watched it yet. If you already watched it, go watch my Rob video. But I appreciate you guys. If you can, run up the likes before you go. It'd be nice if we got to 100, but it is what it is. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to bed. I appreciate every single one of you guys for joining me. Good night and goodbye, and thank you for watching.